Minutes in. 5 minutes into the open. So far, both markets swept the highs, swept buy side. NQ moving lower, ES still holding up. And we got news at 9:45, so it's pretty normal for them to go in opposite directions right now. Cause confusion. Another reason to sit back and wait. NQ attempting to take lows. NQ just swept the low. 7 o'clock low. Equilibrium from yesterday's range is at previous week high, so we can come down as low as 888. Still be bullish on the higher time frame. Took that. Could have took that first presented fair value gap for the short. Also at the 7 EQ 988, that could have been short. Yeah, it's coming down. Watching 952 to see how they act up. News in 20 seconds. See what they do at 52. If 52 don't hold price up, my next level down is 917 to see what happens. Right now 52 is doing what I thought it would, push us back up. For a moment.
Shop your new mattress your way at Ashley. Browse our wide selection online from the comfort of your home, or come in and see what feels good at one of our conveniently located stores. Shop Ashley in-store or online today.
Damn. So we got 10 o'clock news in 4 minutes. And power at 12:35. I like the retest at 52 right there. 20 points down. Gotta be a little quicker with the reflexes, man. Yeah, so are they giving it up? 2 minutes to the new hour. $10 o'clock. Almost at 9:17. Dude. 10 o'clock, swept the 9 o'clock low. Back up to 52.
If you're thinking about a degree in cybersecurity or
Change the vibe up a little bit. finna push. Get ready for my 9 o'clock. EQ 971. Yeah, I want to see a bounce right here. Bounce off 45, go up to 971, 72, then go back down. That's what I want to see. Bless you, babe. Damn, they did it. Bounce from 45. Still struggling at 52. They either gonna push down or they gonna push up hard. come the president. 20 minutes late. But they can't get past 52. But last, it's the president. Or exaggeration, say that. Damn sure gonna exaggerate everything. $52, trying again. Trying to get through. I should have just short it, cause shit. Really hope they hit 50% and drop. And not come just 5-minute gap. Gotta take this one first. Feel like they might come to the gap, but I don't like that. Little 15-minute candle. 15-minute gap.
Imagine being able to
I'm proud of myself for not taking a trade yet. That price is trash. Last 15 minutes, 30 minutes, been favorable. A P&L at 0 because you didn't see what you needed to see is still a win in my book. Finally got a candle, 1 minute candle close on top of 52. It's looking promising for the upside. Mhm. Trump, wow, man. We ain't never had a president so in his feelings. That boy be in his feelings. 52, what you gonna do, man? Come up, tap me in, and let's get out of here. Trump just talking about how the United Nations treated him bad. Got on he had to go up an escalator. The escalator wasn't working. Say his teleprompter not working. They out to get him. They out to get him. Oh shit. No.
American leadership and friendship to any nation in this assembly that is willing to join us in forging a safer, more prosperous world. And it's a world that we'll be much happier with. A dramatically better future is within our reach. But to get there, we must reject the failed approaches of the past and work together to confront some of the greatest threats in history. There is no more serious danger to our planet today than the most powerful and destructive weapons ever devised by man, of which the United States, as you know, has many. Just as I did in my first term, I've made containing these threats a top priority, starting with the nation of Iran. My position is very simple. The world's #1 sponsor of terror can never be allowed to possess the most dangerous weapon. That's why, shortly after taking office, I sent the so-called Supreme Leader a letter making a generous offer. I extended a pledge of full cooperation in exchange for a suspension of Iran's nuclear program. The regime's answer was to continue their constant threats to their neighbors and U.S. interests throughout the region, and some great countries that are right nearby. Today, many of Iran's former military commanders, in fact, I can say almost all of them, are no longer with us. They're dead. And 3 months ago, in Operation Midnight Hammer, 7 American B-2 bombers dropped the 14 30,000-pound each bombs on Iran's key nuclear facilities, totally obliterating everything. No other
to
country
get in,
on earth could have
man. They
done
ain't
what
come
we
back
did. No other
50%.
country has the equipment to do what we did. We have the greatest weapons on earth. We hate to use them. But we did something that for 22 years people wanted to do. With Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity demolished, I immediately brokered an end to the 12-day war, as it's called, between Israel and Iran, with both sides agreeing to fight no longer. As everyone knows, I have also been deeply engaged in seeking a ceasefire in Gaza. Have to get that done. Have to get it done. Unfortunately, Hamas has repeatedly rejected reasonable offers to make peace. We can't forget October 7th, can we? Now, as if to encourage continued conflict, some of this body is seeking to unilaterally recognize a Palestinian state. The rewards would be too great for Hamas terrorists for their atrocities. This would be a reward for these horrible atrocities, including October 7th, even while they refuse to release the hostages or accept a ceasefire. Instead of giving to Hamas and giving so much, because they've taken so much, this could have been solved so long ago. But instead of giving in to Hamas's ransom demands, those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages now. Just release the hostages now. Thank you. Thank you. As we have got to come together, and we will come together, got to get it done. We have to stop the war in Gaza immediately. We have to stop it. We have to get it done. We have to negotiate. Immediately have to negotiate peace. We got to get the hostages back. We want all 20 back. We don't want 2 and 4. As you know, I got, along with Steve Witkoff and others that helped us, Marco Rubio, we got most of them back. We were involved in all of them. But I always said the last 20 are going to be the hardest, and that's exactly what happened. We have to get them back now. We don't want to get back 2, and then another 2, and then 1, and then 3. Have this process. No, we want them all back, and we want the actually 38 dead bodies back too. Those parents came to me, and they want them back, and they want them back very quickly and very badly. As though they were alive, they want them. They want them every bit as much as if their son or daughter were alive. I've also been working relentlessly, stopping the killing in Ukraine. I thought that would be, of the 7 wars that I stopped, I thought that would be the easiest because of my relationship with President Putin, which had always been a good one. I thought that was going to be the easiest one. But, you know, in war, you never know what's going to happen. There are always lots of surprises, both good and bad. Everyone thought Russia would win this war in 3 days.
Monday.com, the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past. We tried other work management platforms, not naming names. They all suck. Monday, total opposite. It didn't just work, it spread. And people became Monday evangelists. And you know why? Because people actually liked using it. Now, it's not a chore. It's intuitive. You'd have to force anyone. They're on board. You can really see that Monday care about their user. The user is king. You can create workflows yourselves, no IT, no admins. And that's why we love it. There's no roadblocks. Everything can just be done instantly. We have people creating workflows and showing them off around the company. They take pride in it.
Skip that.
From 5,000 to 7,000 dead young people, and some in cities, much smaller numbers, where rockets are shot, where drones are dropped. This war would never have started if I were president. This was a war that should have never happened. It shows you what
Could
leadership
get
is,
ugly.
what bad
That little
leadership
shift
can do in
down
a
there,
country,
then
what
shift
happened to
up
the
here.
United States. And look where we are right now.
Could get
in just a
ugly for
short
this
period of
setup.
time. The only question now is how many more
Mike,
lives
you
will
take
be
it with micro.
needlessly lost on both sides. China and India are the primary funders of the ongoing war by continuing to purchase Russian
Sweet.
oil.
Shift.
But inexcusably, even NATO
Come back
countries have
50%.
not cut off much Russian energy and Russian energy products, which, as you know, I found out about 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't happy. Think of it. They're funding the war against themselves. Who the hell ever heard of that one? In the event that Russia is not ready to make a deal to end the war, then the United States is fully prepared to impose a very strong round of powerful tariffs, which would stop the bloodshed, I believe, very quickly. But for those tariffs to be effective, European nations, all of you are gathered here right now, would have to join us in adopting the exact same measures. I mean, you're much closer to the city. We have an ocean in between. You're right there. And Europe has to step it up.
Sweet.
They can't
Shift
be doing what they're
50%.
doing. They're buying oil and gas from Russia while they're fighting Russia. It's embarrassing to them, and it was very embarrassing to them when I found out about it, I can tell you that. They have to immediately cease all energy purchases from Russia. Otherwise, we're all
49.
wasting a lot of time. So I'm ready to discuss this. We're going to discuss it today with the European nations, all gathered here.
49 to 57.
I'm sure they're
Quick
thrilled
little
to hear
8
me
point.
speak about it, but that's the way it is. I like to speak my mind and speak the truth. As we seek to reduce the threat of dangerous weapons
Sweet.
today,
Shift.
I'm also calling on
Push.
every nation to join us in ending the
How far can
development
they
of
push?
biological weapons once and for
Oh,
all.
shit.
And biological is
Equal
terrible,
house.
and nuclear
I
is even
said.
beyond, and we include nuclear in that. We want to have a cessation of the development of nuclear weapons. We know, and I get to view it all the time. Sir, would you like to see? And I look at weapons that are so powerful that we just can't ever use them. If we ever use them, the world literally might come to an end. There would be no United Nations to be talking about. There would be no nothing. Just a few years ago, reckless experiments overseas gave us a devastating global pandemic. Yet despite that worldwide catastrophe, many countries are continuing extremely risky research into bioweapons and man-made pathogens. This is unbelievably dangerous. To prevent potential disasters, I'm announcing today that my administration will lead an international effort to enforce Biological Weapons Convention, which is going to be meeting with the top leaders of the world by pioneering an AI verification system that everyone can trust. Hopefully the UN can play a constructive role, and it will also be one of the early projects under AI. Let's see how good it is, because a lot of people are saying it could be one of the great things ever, but it also can be dangerous, but it could be put to tremendous use and tremendous good, and this would be an example of that. Not only is the UN not solving the problems it should, too often, it's actually
so glad I don't trade the way I used to trade, because I would have took so many trades in here.
Is the number one political issue
I would
of
have
our
took
time,
this buy right here.
of uncontrolled migration.
43.
It's uncontrolled. Your countries are being
Nice
ruled.
little move, but I know me.
The
If I'd
United
have took the
Nations
trade,
is funding an
I'd have held the
assault on
trade.
Western countries.
And they keep coming
and their
back, so that
borders.
ain't good.
In 2024, the UN budgeted $372 million in cash assistance to support an estimated 624,000 migrants journeying into the United States. Think of that. The UN is supporting people that are illegally coming into the United States, and then we have to get them out. The UN also provided food, shelter, transportation, and debit cards to illegal aliens. Can you believe that? On the way to infiltrate our southern border. Millions of people came through that southern border. Just a year ago, millions and millions of people were pouring in, 25 million altogether over the 4 years of the incompetent Biden administration. And now we have it stopped, totally stopped. In fact, they're not even coming anymore because they know they can't get through. But what took place is totally unacceptable. The UN is supposed to stop invasions, not create them and not finance them. In the United States, we reject the idea that mass numbers of people from foreign lands can be permitted to travel halfway around the world, trample our borders, violate our sovereignty,
Worst phase of price to be in. Consolidation. But yes, doing it.
We have reasserted that America belongs to the American people, and I
52 to
encourage
55,
all countries
3
to
points.
take their own stand in defense of their citizens as well. You have to do that because I see it. I'm not
Came down,
mentioning
hit the
names.
8
I see it,
to the
and
T,
I control every
drop.
single one of them. You're destroying your countries. They're being destroyed. Europe is in serious trouble. They've been invaded by a force of illegal aliens like nobody's ever seen before. Illegal aliens are pouring into Europe. Nobody is ever, and nobody's doing anything to change it, to get them out. It's not sustainable. And because they choose to be politically correct, they're doing just absolutely nothing about it. And I have to say, I look at London, where you have a terrible mayor, terrible mayor, and it's been so changed. Now they want to go to Sharia law, but you're in a different country. You can't do that. Both the immigration and their suicidal energy ideas will be the death of Western Europe if something is not done immediately. This cannot be sustained. What makes the world so beautiful is that each country is unique. But to stay this way, every sovereign nation must have the right to control their own borders. You have the right to control your borders, as we do now, and to limit the sheer numbers of migrants entering their countries and paid for by the people of that nation that
Swept the
were there, that
low,
built that
shift on the
particular
one,
nation at the
come
time.
back 50%.
They put
Would have
their
been in at
blood,
9:49.
sweat, tears, money
And they
into
just
that
playing.
country, and now they're being ruined. Proud nations must be allowed to protect their
Trump
communities
holding the
and
market
prevent
up.
their
All right, you got to shut
societies
up.
from being overwhelmed by people
Finish,
they've
wrap this
never
thing
seen
up, man.
before, with different
Wrap it up.
customs, religions, with different everything, where migrants have violated laws, lodged false asylum claims, or claimed refugee status for illegitimate reasons. They should, in many cases, be immediately sent home. And while we
By the
will
time he
always have a
finished
big
talking
heart
shit,
for places and people that are
time for
struggling
Power
and
to get on
truly
stage.
compassionate, answers will be given. We have to solve the problem, and we have to solve it in their countries, not create new problems in our countries. And we are very helpful to a lot of countries
49,
that
32.
are just not able to send their people anymore. They used to send them to us in caravans of 25, 30,000
Risk
people
40.
each. These massive caravans of people pouring into our country, totally unchecked and unvetted.
Risk 40 to get 40.
Not anymore. According to the Council of Europe in 2024, almost 50% of inmates in German prisons were foreign nationals or migrants. In Austria, the number was 53% of the people in prisons were from places that weren't from where they are now. In Greece, the number was 54%, and in Switzerland, beautiful Switzerland, 72% of the people in prisons are from outside of Switzerland. When your prisons are filled with so-called asylum seekers who repaid kindness, and that's what they did, they repaid kindness with crime, it's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. Let's see, I can tell you, I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell. In America, we've taken bold action to swiftly shut down uncontrolled migration. Once we started detaining and deporting everyone who crossed the border and removing illegal aliens from the United States, they simply stopped coming. They're not coming anymore. We're getting a lot of credit, but they're not coming anymore. This was a humanitarian act for all involved, because on the trips up, thousands of people a week were dying. Women were being raped. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Raped, horribly beaten, raped. On the trip up, the journey up, it was a long walk. It was a long, arduous journey, indeed. And it was also a historic victory against human trafficking throughout the region. What we did was a victory, and we saved so many lives of people that wouldn't make the journey. That journey was loaded up with death. Loaded up with death. Dead bodies all along the roads of jungles. To get up, they go through jungles, they go through areas so hot you couldn't breathe. They were dying of suffocation, areas so hot that you couldn't breathe. Dead bodies all over. By them not coming, we're saving tremendous numbers of lives. My people have done a fantastic job in doing what they did, and the American public agrees with it. I mean, I was very proud to see this morning I have the highest poll numbers I've ever had. Part of it is because of what we've done on the border. I guess the other part is what we've done on the economy. Joe Biden's policies empowered murderous gangs, human smugglers, child traffickers, drug cartels, and prisoners from all over the world. The previous administration also lost nearly 300,000 children. Think of that. They
20
lost
minutes to the new hour.
more than 300,000 children, little children, who were trafficked into the United States on the Biden
10 o'clock
watch.
EQ right now is at
Many of whom have
9:46.
been raped, exploited, and abused, and sold. Sold.
That could be a
Nobody
3-hour
talks about that. The fake news doesn't write about it.
swing low.
With many others, young
9
children
o'clock hour, 10
who are
o'clock
missing
hour,
or
sweep
dead.
low. 11
And we
o'clock hour,
found
open
a
up.
lot of these children, and we're sending them back. and
Test
we've been sending
50%
them
of
back to
10.
their parents. They said,
9:46.
nobody knows who they are. They said, where do you come from? And they'll give us a country,
Oh.
and we'll find out, and we'll figure it out, and we'll bring them back to their homes. And the mother and father rush to the door, and their tears in their eyes. They can't believe that they're seeing their son or daughter, their little son or daughter again. We've done almost 30,000 of them so far. Any system that results in the mass trafficking of children is inherently evil. Yet that is exactly what the globalist migration agenda has done, and it's what it's all about. In America, those days, as you know, are over. The Trump administration is working, and we are continuing to work to track down the villains that are causing this problem, and also,
Work
as I
might not.
said, to get back the 30,000 we've already returned. Now I think we're going to have another. We're going to find a lot. You're not going to find all of them. 300, more than 300,000. They're lost or they're dead. They're lost or they're dead. because of the animals that did this. To protect our citizens, I've also designated multiple savage drug cartels as forest tech. And you see this, and you see it happening right before your eyes.
Now what they gonna do?
Let's put it this way. People don't like taking big loads of drugs in boats anymore. There aren't too many boats that are traveling on the seas by Venezuela. They tend not to want to travel very quickly anymore.
What we gonna do, baby? What we gonna do?
Drugs coming into our country by sea. We call them the water drugs. They kill hundreds of thousands of people. I've also designated multiple savage drug cartels as far as foreign terrorist organizations, along with two bloodthirsty transnational gangs, probably the worst gangs anywhere in the world.
Let's do it. Come all the way down to 917. Come on down, baby. Come on down.
Such organizations
come on down, baby.
Maim, mutilate,
come on down.
With impunity.
Come on down, baby. 200. What I don't want them to do is hit the gap and bounce back up. That's what I don't want.
To destroy Venezuela terrorists and
get on down, baby.
Networks led by Nicolas Maduro.
Down to the low.
To every terrorist thug
down to the low. I need this counter to come back under 58. Get below 58.
That's what we're doing. We have no choice. Can't let it happen. They're destroying.
Get below 58. Come on, baby.
300,000 people last year to drugs. 300,000. Fentanyl and other drugs. Each boat that we sink carries drugs that would kill more than 25,000 Americans. We will not let that happen. Energy is another area where the United States is now thriving.
There we go.
Like
dig in there.
We're getting
dig down. Dig down. Don't bounce right here.
By the way,
don't bounce. Dig down. Take the low.
A joke. They don't work.
Dig on down and take the low, baby.
Expensive. They're not strong enough to fire up the
plants. Dig down and take the low, baby.
Country great.
Come on.
The wind doesn't blow.
Come on.
Those big windmills are so pathetic.
Come on.
So bad. So expensive to
Come on, baby.
And they have to be rebuilt all the time.
Come on, baby. Dig down and take the low.
Energy ever conceived, and it's
Come on, baby.
Energy. You're supposed to make
Here
money with energy, not lose money. You lose
Do it
money,
for me.
Governments have to subsidize.
Don't bounce right here.
Without massive subsidies.
Don't bounce right here. Do it for
and
me.
Most
there
of
we
them
go.
are built in China, and I give China a lot
there
of
we
credit.
go.
They build them.
Do it for me, baby.
Very few wind farms. So why is it?
Do it for me, baby.
All over the world, but
do it for me, baby. Come on, don't do that. 52. Don't cause no problems. Send her down. Send her down.
Almost anything, but they don't like
Send her down, 52.
But they sure as hell like selling the windmills.
Send her
Europe,
down,
on the other
52.
hand, there's a long way to go, with many countries being on the brink of destruction.
Come on, baby.
Because
Send her
of the
down.
green energy agenda, and I give a lot of credit
Send her
to
down.
Germany.
Don't come back up.
Germany was being led down a very sick path.
Don't come back up.
Both
15
on
points.
immigration, by the way, and on energy.
15
green,
points.
And they were going bankrupt.
Lock in 300. That's 60.
New leadership came in and they went back to
Lock
where
in
they were
300.
with fossil fuel and with nuclear.
56.
Which is good. It's now safe. You can do it properly. But they went back to
baby.
where they were, and they opened up a lot of different plants, energy producing plants.
Come on, baby. Don't come back
They're
up.
doing well. I
Don't
give
come
Germany
back
a
up.
lot of credit for that.
Hit them in the face, baby.
Disaster, what's happening.
Hit them in the face, baby.
All green. All green is all bankrupt. That's
Come on,
what
baby.
it represents. And
come on, baby. Go on, take that low out. Take that low.
I'm here to tell the truth. I don't care.
Look at his wig. Take that low, baby.
I'm in New York City.
Take that low.
I'm feeling a lot safer. Crime, we're getting crime down.
Come on, baby.
And by the way, speaking of crime, Washington, D.C.
500.
Washington, D.C.
Come on.
was the crime
Take the
capital
low.
of America. Now it's a
Take the
totally,
low.
after 12 days, it's
There
a
we
totally
go.
safe
Take the low.
city. Everyone's going out to dinner.
Take
they're
the
going
low.
out to
Come on,
restaurants.
baby.
Your wife can walk down the middle of the
Lock
street.
in 400.
With or without you, nothing's going to happen.
Lock in 400. Come on,
People
baby.
have
Don't
done
do
a
that.
fantastic job.
Come on
And
now.
yes, I called in the National Guard.
Come on, take the low.
And the National Guard took care of business. And
Take
they
the
weren't
low.
politically correct, but they took
No
care
retrace.
of business. We got
No
1,700
retrace.
career criminals
There we
out,
go.
brought them back to where they came from.
There
the
we
countries where
go.
they came
Come on,
from,
baby.
or
Don't
put
do
them in
that.
jails. Washington,
Come on,
D.C.
baby.
is now
Don't do
a
that.
totally
No
safe city
retrace.
again.
No
And I
retrace.
welcome you to
That's
come.
what
In
I'm
fact,
talking
we'll
about.
have
No
dinner
retrace.
together at
Let's
a local
go.
restaurant. and we'll be
Let's
able to
go.
walk. We
No
don't have to go by
retrace.
an armor-plated vehicle. We'll walk
No
right over there from
retrace.
the
Let's
White
go.
House. They've given up their
Oh man,
powerful
come
edge.
on,
A
don't
lot
do
of
that.
the countries that we're talking about in oil and gas,
do
such
that.
as essentially
Oh
closing
man.
great North Sea oil. Oh, the North
Ah.
Sea, I know it so well.
Oh
Aberdeen
man.
was the oil capital of Europe, and there's tremendous oil
Why
that
y'all ain't
hasn't
keep
been
going?
found in the
I
North
should've.
Sea.
I shouldn't have lowered my
Tremendous
stop so
oil.
much.
I was with the Prime Minister. I
Trying to
respect
protect
and
too
like
much.
a lot, and I said,
This
"You
wick
see,
right
the
here just
greatest
let me know I'm
asset."
right.
They essentially
This wick told me I'm right.
closed it
You
by
should have
making
just.
it so highly taxed that no developer, no oil company can go there.
Damn it.
They have tremendous oil left.
It came
more
back to
importantly, they
52.
have
Look at this
tremendous
mess.
oil that hasn't
It came
even
right
been
back.
found yet.
Tested 52.
And what a
I had my
tremendous
400 locked
asset
in.
for the United Kingdom. And I hope the Prime Minister is listening, because I told him to him 3 days in a row.
Well-
That's all he heard. North Sea oil, North Sea, because I want to see them
Got
do
4 or
well.
5 out the
I want to
trade.
stop seeing them ruining that beautiful Scottish and English countryside
Should at least
with windmills,
30
and
points. They gave me
massive
30.
solar
Yep,
panels
that's my
that
2R
go
right
7
there.
miles by 7 miles, taking away farmland. But we're not letting this happen in America. In 1982, the executive director of the United Nations Environmental Program predicted that by the year 2000, climate change would cause
They didn't
a
give me enough. I wanted to cover my
global
2R.
catastrophe. He
Risk
said that
15
it will be
points.
irreversible, as any
Get 30
nuclear
points.
holocaust would be. This is
They
what
gave me
said at
2R.
the United Nations.
I wanted the
What
lows,
happened? Here we
but I
are.
also didn't want to.
Another UN official stated in
Give
1989
back
that within a
$400.
decade, entire nations could be wiped off the map by global warming. Not happening. You know, it used to be global cooling. If you look back years ago in the 1920s,
Well,
and
that's that trade,
1930s, they said global cooling will kill the world.
12 minutes to the
We have
next
to do
hour.
something. Then
Next
they said
trade.
global warming will kill the world, but then it started getting cooler, so now they could just call it climate
Okay,
change.
okay,
because that way they can't-
okay, Sean.
It's
That's
climate
my
change.
dog, man.
Because if it goes higher or lower,
Appreciate you
whatever
for
the hell
believing me.
happens, there's climate change.
Not believing me.
It's the
Believe the
greatest
algo.
con
Shit.
job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion.
Where'd you get in at, Sean?
Climate change, no matter what happens, you're involved in that. No more global warming, no more global cooling. All of these predictions made by the United Nations and many
They
others,
gave us 2R. Shit.
often for bad reasons, were wrong. They were made
Gave
by
2R.
stupid people that have cost their countries fortunes and given those same countries no chance for success. If you don't get away from this green scam, your country is going to fail.
Had
And
to
I'm
sit
real
there and
good at
wait on it,
predicting
bro.
things, you know? They actually said during the campaign,
Had to wait on it.
they had a hat, the best-selling hat. Trump was right about everything. And I don't say that in a braggadocious way, but it's true. I've been right about everything. And I'm telling you that if you don't get away from the green energy scam, your country is going to fail. And if you don't stop people that you've never seen before, that you have nothing in common with, your country is going to fail. I'm the President of the United States, but I worry about Europe. I love Europe. I love the people of Europe. And I hate to see it being
All right.
devastated by
Oh, that's that
energy
trade.
and immigration.
Successful.
This double-tailed monster
Sat there and
destroys
waited on it.
everything in its wake, and they cannot
Let price
let that
come to
happen
me.
any longer. You're doing it because you want to be nice.
10 minutes
wanna
to the
be
next
politically
hour.
correct.
So that means right
Destroying
about
your heritage.
10
We must
minutes
take
to the
control
next
strongly and
hour. So
immediately
right
of the
now,
unmitigated
as of now,
immigration disaster and the fake energy catastrophe before it's too late. The carbon footprint is a hoax made up by people with evil intentions
10 o'clock EQ is
And they're
right
heading down a
above.
path.
No, is it?
of total destruction.
Right on
You know,
top of the
carbon
12,
footprint
so
was
I
a
can
big,
erase
big
this one.
thing
All right, let's wait.
a few
Let's wait
years
10
ago. I remember hearing about the carbon footprint.
10 o'clock
And then
EQ
President Obama
and
would
the
get
12
into
o'clock
Air
EQ from
Force
yesterday
One,
are
a
the same
massive
level.
Boeing 747, and not a new
952.25.
one, an old one with old engines that spew.
If we don't take out this
everything
high,
into
don't
the
take out this
atmosphere.
low.
He talked
I'll
about the
erase the
carbon
lunch
footprint.
EQ.
We must do so. Then he'd get
Since
in
they're right on top of
and
each
he'd
other.
fly from Washington to Hawaii to play a round of golf. And then he'd get back onto that big, beautiful plane, and he'd fly back, and he'd talk about, again, global warming and the carbon footprint. It's a con job. At extreme cost and expense, Europe reduced its own carbon footprint by 37%. Think of that. Congratulations, Europe. Great job. Cost yourself a lot of jobs, a lot of factories closed, but you reduced the carbon footprint by 37%. However, for all of that sacrifice and much more, it's been totally wiped out and then some by a global increase of 54%.
If you don't believe creating SOPs can take seconds instead of hours, you haven't tried Scribe. Check out the thousands of 5-star reviews that show how Scribe users are saving serious time every single week. Are Scribe users smarter, or are they just taking advantage of the tool? Here's what Morgan said. I've been using this documentation software for a few months now, and it has completely transformed the way I work. Whether I'm creating training guides, troubleshooting steps, or technical documentation, this tool makes it unbelievably easy and fast. Scribe records your screen as you work and instantly turns it into a clean shareable guide with screenshots and written steps. You can share it with your team as a link, embed it, or even export it as a PDF. Get Scribe today and start working smarter.
Is amorphous when it comes to the atmosphere. And if we had the most...
Trump ain't talking about that, man. We don't... He repeat itself over and over. Get back to the vibe, man. 7 minutes to the next hour. So far, they came back to the 10 EQ early. Waiting on 11 o'clock for me to get an entry. I'm back early. See what we got. ES still never took out. Pre-market low. Definitely SMT at the low. Another reason why I trusted the level, because I had my EQ level inside a 15-minute gap. You know, I told y'all before, if my EQ level inside a 5 or 15-minute gap, I trusted that much more. Only thing I was worried about was that 5-minute gap above. I was hoping it didn't blow through the EQ and tap the 5-minute, because that's where my start was. Just had to trust my analysis, trust my setup, and trust my notes. And it worked. Shit, it gave 2R. I wanted the low. Could have took my 2R, $600. Four minutes to the new hour. We're probably not gonna break the high or low. So we got, raise that for now. 10 o'clock EQ, 9:52. We're above it. I'm looking now at, this could be a swing high on the hour. 3K candle swing high. 10 o'clock hour, swept the 9 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour. The 11 o'clock hour opens up and tests 50% of 10. Probably make a wick down here. That'll be a swing low to go up. But if we're below it, if we're below the 10 EQ, I'll be looking for price to test it, leave a wick on top, and go lower. So it all depends on where this candle closes. Will I be looking to buy this level or sell this level? Depends on how the hour closes. Three minutes for a new trade out there. I like this beat right here. I would have had to let $600 come all the way back to $200 to still be in this trade. I pass. Alright, they gonna do 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock EQ is a buzz, so it's looking like a short, which I'm bearish anyway, so that goes in line with the daily trend. Trump wasn't talking, they would have took this low on this candle when he had that. Wait for I'ma wait 5 minutes after the new hour before I decide if this first 5-minute candle, 11 o'clock 5-minute candle, if that touches a level, I won't take the entry. Wait for the next 5-minute candle, because this one can blow on top. 11:05, tap the retest and keep higher. It should get this low. I got out here. 5, 10. Just wait 15 more minutes and I'd have hit the target. Take out the low. What I should have took that trade in minis and in micros. So I could have took my big money out the minis, let the micros get all the change. $20 for the next 5-minute candle. Let's see what they do. I'm gonna take cut my leverage in half if I take another trade. I risked 300 on the last trade. I made 400. Next trade, I don't want to risk no more than 150. That way, even if I lose, I win. 150, that's 5 contracts, 15 points. This could be a buy right here. Swept the 15-minute. Shift on the 1. Come back 50%. Right there. 7-point risk. Enter at 940. Stop at 33. Could be. Trump still talking? Yeah. Could keep going lower. Trump still talking. Okay, nice. Saying something good. Calling for every nation to join U.S. in ending the development of biological weapons. That's good. Yeah. Trend is down, my friend. 50% of yesterday's range, 888. We can come down in this area and still be bullish for the PM session of tomorrow. Take out previous day low and all that change. Intraday right now, the trend is down for this morning session, but our time frame is still bullish. Nice little healthy pullback, so we can have upside targets the rest of the week, or tomorrow at least. I could have done better on that trade. Did the right thing, they ain't getting no entry. Just came straight down. Straight down, straight down, straight down. Came back and retested, took me out here. Came back and did that. Which would have been swept the highs, shift down, come back 50%. Could have entered here, 956. 7 points heat. To take the low again. About 20 point. All right. It's looking like a short right here. They came one tick away. Couple ticks away from the short. 10 o'clock EQ. Oh. $9.52 even. There's the entry. Now what? What are they gonna do? They could blow through. We got a 3 hour swing low so far. Trump still talking. Is this the short? It's looking promising. I don't know, for some reason I don't like it. Oh, I know why. It's because of the 3 hour. I'm looking at this. This is why I don't want to short. It's a swing low. 3 hours. It's a lot of accumulation, consolidation. Kind of tough to still be looking down. They've been down here since 9:40. It's an hour and a half down. So I think that was a good call, not to take this short. So far, it's a good call. 5 minute, we close above this right here. Let's see. Swept the low, fake down. Got seller's trap. Fake the low, that's a sweep. Shift above the 5 minute. Probably take out this high. $90 seconds. So we got the sweep, we got the shift, come back 50%. Sweep, shift 50%. Take it up to the 5 minute gap. 12 o'clock. If they come back into the range, that's nasty. I mean, we still consolidate. All right, Trump done. Trump is done.
Return on Monday, when they plan to take yet another vote to try to keep the government open for at least a couple more weeks. But the House is not expected back. House Republicans are not planning to return until later in October, and while House Democrats will be there, that does not give them enough votes. So at this point, it does seem like tensions are increasing, and the likelihood of a shutdown is ratcheting up. Guys?
So Emily, just to be clear, is the shutdown
So
in the Senate, which, as you said, is going to be the only one that has a chance to address it?
got a sweep, got a shift on the 5.
At this point, Chuck Schumer seems to be holding firm, saying that unless Democrats get some sort of win on health care, they will not provide Republicans the votes.
Come back 50%, that'd be 9:49. 10 o'clock EQ at 52. See what they do.
So I think it's going to be very telling to see what happens next week when everyone gets back into town Monday, and you're really less than 48 hours ahead of that.
Sweep, shift, come back 50%.
Now that we've heard from the president that you went, let's start with the next big focus for the market, and that will be the Fed chair's speech this afternoon. That follows the Fed's quarter-point rate cut just last week. Joining us this morning, Chief Economics Correspondent of the Wall Street Journal, Nick Timmerhouse is with us. Nick, good to have you. Welcome back. Thanks for having me, Carl. We always sort of have, I don't know, when Powell speaks ex-presser, kind of low expectations. His remarks might not get to monetary policy, but do you expect anything material today?
You know, it depends on the outlook. There's not a whole lot he can say without knowing how the economy's going to unfold. So here's
10 EQ.
what are we and what are your guests, your other guests, more likely to be getting amped up about a year from now? Is it inflation moving from the low threes, holding there or moving up? Or is it the unemployment rate making a more sustained climb up? And then which of those problems...
Kind of tough for me to validate buying this up. When the trend for the day is down, but we do got the sweet shift, 50% retrace. Entry at 9:52 if you believe it to the upside. 9:49 shit, they came down. They came down 50%. Sweep shift 50%.
What he's getting is that the trade policy policy and some of
Can they get out of the consolidation? I could have took that.
It's going to sustain higher inflation. I think the laws are pointing to inflation expectations. I like to use the analogy of, what is that time of year? Have young kids, managing bedtime's difficult. If you say bedtime is at 8 p.m.
Sweep shift 50%.
No one is going to believe you when you say it's time to go to bed. So it's a little bit like that for the laws right now. They're worried.
That was perfect.
People are just going to try to pass along those price increases and accept them. What about the doves? I mean, the story on the other side is, well, wait a minute. You can see the kids are tired. They're rubbing their eyes. They're yawning. You don't have to worry about the underlying conditions right now. Tell you the kids are going to see the economy here is just not strong enough to sustain the higher prices that you would worry about if you were worried about inflation expectations. So that's kind of one way to look at the debate right now.
Argument, and I hear you on the bedtime analogy. That makes a lot of sense to me. And I would have thought too, the market would have bubbled by now under the weight of inflation many times over. But it hasn't. We hear consumers particularly talking about their worry about prices, yet they still keep buying.
Yeah, I think people want to know what Powell's going to say, and it's understandable. He's the Fed chair, but really the question here is what's going to happen in the economy. When the soft data turned in May and June for the big Liberation Day fireworks announcements, and then it looks like it may have recovered. Consumer spending may have found a place to steady out there. And so if the economy just sort of muddles through here at 1%, 1.5% growth, that's not a recipe for a big cycle. On the other hand,
that was a nice 15-point. I took it. Trust your analysis and just take it.
So which way the economy breaks is really the question people should be asking. It's not a question that
Right. Finally, Nick, before we let you go, we mentioned the steepening that's taken place since the meeting. Is there a sense on the committee that they were disappointed with that? We talked to Myron on Friday. He seemed to suggest it was a natural evolution given some of the expectations that we had going into the meeting last week.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
I think they're going up.
I do think that people expect October now based on what the chair said or what he didn't say last week. He was asked about, well, how is 25 basis points going to do much, and he pointed to the path of rates. Vice Chair Bowman this morning again talking about how the path is important. They removed some language from the statement, and so I think the reason October is seen as a law is that the Fed tends to do more than one when they start cutting it. Really, what's the
58.
Week 7, you kind of want to wait until the second response rate is higher to be confident, and so I think that's what you're seeing in the expectations there for October.
We'll get, of course, that PCE number to you this week. Nick, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Let's stick with the Fed, rate cuts, and what it means for your portfolio. Joining us here at Post 9, City Research Head of Global Strategy, Rob Rowe. Rob, thanks for being here with us here.
Yeah, we got a 1 hour gap right
here. The market just keeps hitting record after record. It seems almost unbelievable what it keeps happening, even with all of these macro cross currents. But your expectations are that we're going to hit around 6,600 year-end?
By year-end.
So a little lower than that.
Yeah, we expect a little bit of volatility in Q3, but we still like the positive AI story. We still like the CapEx story going into next year. So if you look at the first half of next year, by the end of the first half, we expect 6,900. Our low case is 7,200, but I think that we could see a revival going into the end. So we're about where we are now. We're at 6,600, but we think that we'll be there at the end of the year. We'd be buying in any kind of volatility here in Q3.
We talked about this, Mike Satoli, an hour or so ago about gold, and gold is really sort of interesting to me right now. The price keeps hitting highs after highs, but so do stocks. It doesn't seem to be going the way that you would historically expect gold to go.
Right. I think if you think that we're going into a Fed easing cycle, and we do, we think that you'll see 2 more cuts into the end of the year, and
See
maybe
what
2 more
happens.
cuts
into the first quarter of next year because of weakness in labor, that actually is a good setup for gold. The other thing is we haven't seen any stopping in terms of central bank buying of gold. So that diversification continues to go on. So I think if you had geopolitical concerns, which I think are beginning to rise here, and you have a Fed easing cycle going on, and you have a situation where the economy may be slowing down, then I would say with geopolitical concerns, those are all positive for gold. But again, if we re-up to 3,800s, which is about where we
gotta close the bodies down, close the candles.
Some of the risks to is actually better data. A surge in hiring would probably throw the market out balance. Isn't that a weird place to be? It is a weird place to be, but it's kind of interesting. I mean, we almost have a tale of two economies. You have this growing infrastructure economy where we've seen a lot of investment, a lot going on, but you're also seeing a labor market that is weakening every day. And
gotta get above 65.
To about 4.8% by the end of the year. So we think we'll see continued weakness in the labor market, but we're also going to see this continued growth and investment going on, where there's just plentiful capital to continue to grow. A Fed easing cycle into a soft landing is actually very positive for risk assets. So even though we may think we're at heightened levels here, that could actually continue.
And lastly, you would actually think the U.S. effective tariff rate could go higher from here. How big of a risk?
I mean, I think we think of the effective tariff right now around 18%. Remember, at the start of the president's administration, it was at 2.5%, so it's come a long way. Implementation of those tariffs is taking a little longer because you have to calculate them, and there's a lot of accounting.
Enforce them.
Yeah, exactly, and enforce them. So we don't think it's at 18% yet, but we think that's effectively where the tariff rate is going to do once they are at full. We have a fairly good idea. We think it'll be at 18%. If there's some sectoral tariffs on pharmacy or sectoral tariffs on electronics, we could see that go to 20%. That's a very high level.
Rob, thank you so much for bringing me here. I'm very busy Tuesday.
Yeah.
For being with us.
Thank you.
Still to come this morning, a new reporting from CNBC reveals how
So far, we're hitting on all cylinders today, huh? Tom Hugard said when you're winning, don't lower your leverage. Tom Hugard, a millionaire. I gotta protect my risk, protect my downside. But I love the analogy. $9.52 so far. 15 points. Come up to this level, it's 20. They come back down, we just consolidate. Still in consolidation. It's up is the direction, and this retrace is uncalled for. Should have just kept going. Should at least get back to this 9 o'clock level. If they want to go up. Seconds on this candle. It's too much time, it could drop. Come all the way back to the 10 EQ. to the 10 EQ for a second entry up, possibly.
Data centers that are crucial to this AI boom. Mackenzie Sigalis is out
8 seconds.
Texas for today's Tech News. Hey, Courtney, so out here in West Texas, OpenAI and Oracle are building out what they call the flagship site for the company's Stargate program, a broader AI infrastructure effort that is quickly expanding across the U.S. Now, I sat down exclusively with OpenAI CFO Sarah Fryer a short time ago. She told me that this site behind me already has one data center online with the second one coming up, and that the campus can ultimately scale to
38 seconds on the 5-minute counter. Can they flip it? Can they turn it back around? They definitely grabbed a lot of liquidity on that retrace. What they gonna do? 1 minute gap, 10 seconds. Gotta close it. Gotta close it if we're going up. Gonna do.
The shovels that are going in the ground here today, they're really about compute that comes online in 2026. That first NVIDIA push will be for Vera Rubin, the new frontier accelerator.
They gonna do.
But then it's about what gets
Push
built
through.
in 27, 28, and 29. What we see today is a massive compute crunch. There's not enough compute to do all the things that AI can do. And so we need to get it started, and we need to do it as a full ecosystem.
Now, this all comes as Dan Altman and Jensen Huang hammered out a separate $100 billion agreement in meetings across London and San Francisco and Washington. There were no bankers, and Microsoft, they were only briefed the day before the deal was signed. And then this Stargate umbrella itself is changing too. What was pitched as a joint venture with equity partners is now being described as a plan for all.
And close the 1 minute gap. It's not good. Close that gap, man.
This is just fascinating stuff. I love your reporting about how this just came together sort of hours before Sam Altman got on a plane, and there were no bankers. It was largely just one-on-one meetings between these leaders. I mean, it just seems that the investor confidence in NVIDIA is what allows it to continue doing these deals, these partnerships. Whether or not you say it's circular or not, they're able to do it because investors just keep moving that stock price higher. Exactly. I mean, if you look at how much was added to NVIDIA and Oracle's market cap combined since they signed deals with OpenAI, we're talking about $460 billion.
Take my little loss. I ain't playing with it. It could still do it. But the trend is down. It's a counter trend trade. They should have did it quicker than that for me. 1 minute gap. They already did a sweep. They did it on the other side. Sweep, shift. Yep, sweep, top, shift, come back 50%, and a 1 minute gap. Continue with the trend.
Can you walk viewers through some of these expectations of the revenue that's going to be required and where they're going to be short?
Yeah, I think you can look at it a number of different ways, but the answer is
Back to the 10 EQ. This 5 minute counter, they need a wicket. Close above it. 3 touches, 1, 2, next candle, touch it. Close above it. A little more trust, but if this 5 minute candle close below it, probably continue down. Could work though. I like when I can see it both ways. I can see us going up based on the 3 hours, 9, 10, 11 hours. You need to get above down closed candles, and you need to invert, close above this gap. And we got another bearish gap, can't get through.
Yeah, for some time, the growth of computational power has dramatically outstripped what has traditionally been, a source of improvement, which is Moore's law, and that's being done, of course, through systems innovation, algorithmic innovation, et cetera, and so that scaling continues.
I mean, where's the power going to come from? It just seems like it just may not be enough to sort of hit these levels that you're talking about.
Yeah, power is one of many potential bottlenecks. I think we can solve the power.
390.
For the U.S., it's somewhere, we can solve that. But there are others as well, such as shortages of data center components. We talked about NVIDIA in the last go round. But maybe one of the more simple but difficult ones is actually just enough electricians and carpenters and people to build these data centers. They're going to be some of the largest projects in the world at the time they're being built. They've got the report is so in depth. You got a bunch of different wrinkles. One I'm fascinated on is the disruption to SaaS, right? Which talk a lot about when it comes to software names, and then what quantum does on top of all of this build out that we're talking about, and how much that makes the picture, the crunch even more dire.
It held. 5-minute candle held. Tapped it, wicked it, held up. Signatures to go higher for me.
Some of which are that, look, at the end of the day, it's going to disrupt almost all SaaS businesses, but it can be additive. It can actually generate upside for companies done well. And so understanding how and where AI influences a SaaS business model and figuring out how to get ahead of that is really important for incumbent clients, because if you don't do it, you'll have disruptors do it for you. Quantum and Dom are, our long-term sort of monitor for, not because it's going to be a credible sort of replacement for computational power or a source of computational power for AI data centers or anything like that, but rather because in the time frame, the 3 to 5 year time frame, it's now likely to be relevant in terms of cryptography and security. And so we have to find our way to post-quantum cryptography to make sure we're secure.
I know obviously the report is sort of about AI writ large, but obviously this comes on the heels of this very large announcement that we got between NVIDIA and OpenAI. I'm wondering your thoughts there. Do you think this is just merely circular, as some are saying, or does this really move the needle in any big way?
Take a break. I can see it both ways. They're trying to tempt me to do something. Come back at the next 15-minute candle, 10:45. 11:45. $11:44. Come back, see what happens.
So it's very natural to see partnerships occurring up and down the value chain as companies try to collaborate better to deliver that computational power. Given everything we just talked about, where does the report come down on some of the tech company valuations that the market's wrestling with right now? We don't pick stocks, as you know, but we do think there's enormous upside. I've been doing this for, I had the privilege of seeing 2 or 3 of these big tech waves.
Boom, 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 boom. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. You know, I've been talking about this level all day. 9:17 and a half. 11 o'clock EQ from yesterday. That's where I wanted us to come down to. Go back to the tape. In the first 30 minutes, I was talking about it. This whole drop down, I was looking for this. So I bought it. Usually I could have parked there with a 25-point stop. I ain't want to do that, so I wait for the shift on the 1 minute, and that's all I need. Give me that shift on the 1 minute, take you up. I was thinking we might flip and come take the highs because we never took buy side after 9:30. But I also got to remember the 11 o'clock EQ from the day at 9:49. So I got out. When we came through this 1 minute, started coming back, that's when I had to get back to reality. Like, yeah, market still bearish. Today is, I mean, not the market, but today is still bearish. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's take it to this target from 11 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And this really was, I was waiting to short here. We did it on this counter. My rule is not to take it in the first 5-minute candles. Sometimes it works. Sometimes they blow your head up. So I thought the 1205 would have came back, gave me an entry to short. Down to this. Just didn't happen the way I thought it would happen, but feel good about this. Would have been nice to take it on minis, but at least 5 micros, more than one. 923. Shit, to 53, that's 30 points, $600. 1 minute. But this short, man, I should have took this short. But I was already in the long. Could have took that short. 49. 15 points. If I wasn't in the long, I would have been parked at 949.50. That's the trade that I would have trusted. I would have trusted that with a minute. But since I already won, I probably would have lowered my leverage. But still, trying to catch the low of the day, I'm getting better at that shit. I'm getting better. Catching the low and the high of the day, especially the low. It's easier to catch the low of the day than the high of the day. But I'm getting better. It's only a matter of time. Well, I'm gonna have that shit figured out. So, all right, we ran up, took the high, came back 50% inside of BPR. It's something I take notice if I was in the short. Target is a low. Keep in mind it could just come back 50% and continue up. Two ways to look at it. Down, up, 50% come back down, down, up. Kill 50% of this move. Percent of this move up to here. That's where you gotta watch. Be mindful of what price does right here. If you want to take the low, we gotta close below here. And then looking at it on the 1 minute. They wicking. Wicking at 50%. Got a 1 minute gap. That should. That gap could take us down, or this gap could take us up. Going with the trend of the day, I would look down first. Because 50% of the entire yesterday's range is previous week high. We can come down as low as 887 in this range and still be bullish with the higher time frame trend. Pretty much everything I said this morning in the first 20 minutes of the day. Yeah, that would have been nice. Would have been nice. I don't want to get in the habit of reversing. Getting in long and then trying to reverse. It's a bad habit. But today was the day for that. Let's see where I got out. $23 to $48. Could have hit reverse right there, 48. It's cool though. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I gotta watch what we do. Right here. 50% of this buyout is gonna let us know if we going back up or take the low. 935. Very important. 9:35 right now. Still got this gap and order block. That's definitely the sweet shift. Come all the way back down here to my entry, long entry, and then bounce. That's possible, but that's a counter trend to the day. Unless this is the bottom. And that's possible too. Hate when I can see it both ways. Let me stop saying that. I don't like to take a trade when I can see it both ways. I love that I can see it both ways. Absolutely love that I can see it both ways. $12.30 up 438 for the day. Could have been better, but it also could have been worse. Today I did very well. Self-analyzing my discipline. Did very well today. Every trade was well thought out. Even the one loss. I think I took the 9 o'clock short. Took some trade up in here. And I took the long down here. So it might be 2 wins, 1 loss for the day. My loss was only $15 and I got that back. I had a feeling I was wrong. I got out and then the market showed me I was wrong with that particular idea. Which was a counter trend. If I'm a counter trend, they need to move fast, not slow. Like this buy up. But we gonna counter trend, move fast. Not slow, not this ride. I might be. No. That might just be the results for the day. Oh, we got Jerome Powell, 12:35. Ooh, boy. And it's 12:35. I just thought about that. Jerome Powell, 12:35. One thing about it, he gonna be on time.
Very cool.
Find some tunes. I just thought about it, man. It's a good place to end. I'm gonna end it right here. We got Jerome Powell speaking. It's the middle of lunch, 12:35. Definitely not taking a trade while you talking. So that's it. 4:38 for the day. One, two, three. I think I took 3 trades today. What Power doing, man? Power talking good.
Imagine bringing your side project to life.
To disable the city's cell phone network.
Roughly
Authorities are
36 million
investigating whether
Americans
the
are
people who
experiencing
created
poverty,
the network plan
and
to
housing
use
is too
disrupting
expensive
Nation's
and in
general
too
assembly,
short a
which
supply
is
everywhere,
underway in New
but
York
particularly
now. They
here.
say the system was used to
The policy
adopt and
chaos
today,
has extended into a
confirmation
direct
threats
assault on the
US
Fed's
officials
independence and
and other
personal
activities.
attacks by the president
NATO warned Russia
against
today it
members of
will
the Fed.
use all necessary military
But
and
Chair Powell
non-military
has
tools
met
to
these
defend
challenges
itself
with
from airspace
equanimity
breaches because
and
after
professionalism.
Estonia reported an
He understands that a
fighter jets
strong
last
and
weekend
independent central
after
bank
NATO shot
can
down drones
contribute
in
to
Polish
sound
airspace
economic
earlier this
policy
month.
in this nation.
And attorneys for
He
shot-hit
understands
homes are
the impact that
requesting
monetary
he serve no
policy
more
has
than
on
14
communities
months
and
in prison for
families
his
and
conviction on
businesses.
2
He has
prostitution-related
somehow
charges.
managed to
That
stay
would mean
laser
he will
focused
go
on
free
achieving
almost immediately
the
if the
Fed's
judge agreed, because
dual
it would
mandate
include his
to
13 months already served. Each of his charges carries a maximum of 10 years in prison. Frank, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Silvana now back at CNBC HQ. Silvana, thank you very much. We now want to get to Eamon Jabbers in Washington with breaking headlines from Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Eamon.
Frank, that's right. The Fed chair is set to speak now in Rhode Island in a short time. And what he's going to say is that downside risks to employment have shifted the balance of risks. He's also going to talk about near-term risks to inflation now, which are tilted to the upside, and risks to the employment are now tilted, he says, to the downside. He said that last week's cut will
Yeah, log out, buddy.
Laser focused on achieving
Log out, man.
dual mandate to achieve maximum employment.
I wish I could have made a band today.
Chair Powell, thank you for doing your job with honesty,
Cool though.
and humility. I speak for
438.
here. There are few examples of patriotic, decent dedication to the nation than Jerome Powell. And thank you for returning
3 hours.
to the chamber during your final few months as Fed chair.
Pretty good day.
You are more than welcome. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm out, man. Catch y'all tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Pre-market by 9:20.
He said inflation remains somewhat elevated, and the data suggests pricing